Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, broadcasting on the DVC to all points unknown. If you're within the sound of my voice, you're listening to Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC.
Hello and welcome home. This episode of Welcome Home is brought to you by DVC Resale Market. Thank you for joining us on episode 328 of Welcome Home, a Disney Parks and Vacation Club podcast. I'm Tom, here with Trevor. How's it going, Trevor?
Hey, pretty good today. How's your weekend going so far?
Well, you know, we had Halloween, you know, so that was
Halloween was Friday night. I guess did you anything out of the usual happen for you this year or no?
I mean, not really. I mean, my daughter has more stamina than she used to, right? Like, so It used to be like we'd get like a couple, you know, we'd probably fill her little bucket and then we would turn in. But that this year she wanted to keep going. But she also wanted to hand out candy. So I mean, I have never seen the amount of kids in our neighborhood that we've got. I mean, it was hundreds of kids that we got this year.
Really?
It was crazy. And listen, I think I've talked about this in the show before. My neighborhood is kind of crazy, right? As far as Halloween goes. And what I mean by that is there are people come in from all over the place to my neighborhood. Don't ask me why. I really don't know. But people will drive here. I mean, when you come to my neighborhood on Halloween, the main street in the neighborhood is literally lined with cars parked on the side of the road because people come here to go trick or treating. But also, like, listen, you know, this is a family friendly podcast, but a lot of the places you go have a kid table and an adult table. And a lot of and the adult table tends to have alcoholic beverages. And
really,
I mean, there was more of that this year than I ever saw. I mean, it was crazy. Actually,
that is interesting. I've never heard of that. But I mean, to be fair, I mean, I haven't had to go trick or treating in about 6 years, I want to say. So like we're pretty far removed from doing trick or treating.
Yeah.
I've not ever heard of alcohol being offered.
Honestly, well, here's the thing, Trevor. Yeah. I never had this happen until we moved to this neighborhood, right? Like this is not a thing. Like I grew up in a like kind of an older neighborhood, so most of the houses we went to were older people, right? Like my neighborhood is filled with a lot of younger people and, you know, with kids and stuff like that. And you know, us, I mean, you know, there's older people here too, obviously.
That's not a reason to offer alcohol though.
Dude, it's always been this way here. But this year I saw more of it than I've ever seen. Okay.
I will say that sounds very specific to where you are because when I was growing up, like the neighborhoods that I lived in, which, you know, they weren't old neighborhoods either. And like the neighborhood we live in, it's about 25 years old, this neighborhood. So it's not like a super old neighborhood. Same kind of thing, you know, lots of families and stuff. I've never heard of anybody offering alcohol. and I feel like it's a recipe for disaster.
No, I mean,
trick or treating, but
it's not though, because I mean, it's just like, you know, it's like one or two or, you know, like we went by maybe 3 houses, right? So like, you know, the couple had Jello shots, and then one of them had this was the one they had they warm apple cider in a thing, you know, and then they were putting Fireball and warm apple cider. That was the one. So I usually, you know, we talked about this before. I don't really drink, right? And I turned down the Jello shots because I'm not really a Jello shot fan. But we got to that house and he was like, "Would you like a Fireball and warm apple cider?" And I'm like, "Yes, I would." That sounds fantastic right now. It's a little chilly out. We're walking around. I feel like I could use that. So sure enough, I had one. It was delicious. It was great. I mean, there's also, Trevor, there was another house that was giving out, this guy gives out candy, but he also gives out, Magic the Gathering cards and like Lorcana cards. And he has like cards from like anime and stuff like that. And so like he has choices. You can get candy or you can get cards. The kids go nuts for the cards, man. I mean, they really do.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially, you know, anything Pokemon or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sure
Oh yeah, he has some of that too. Yeah, Pokemon cards, all that stuff, man.
We said anime cards. I was like, what? Yeah, it was probably Yu-Gi-Oh cards that he was giving out. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I also saw some though of I don't really know anime, right? But I also saw some from that one that they made into a show, that Netflix made into a show that's popular, I guess. I don't know. They had some cards or something around that.
Into a show.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I just know that there was a show on Netflix about from an anime that was like a live action version.
Oh, One Piece.
Yeah, there was some like cards and like stuff that he was handing out.
Oh yeah, One Piece stuff. Yeah. Okay. Oh
yeah.
Oh, you don't know One Piece? Wow, I forget.
Dude, I don't know any anime.
Okay, sorry. One Piece is a very big feature in our house. It's actually my son's favorite anime.
Well, there you go. So see, I'm just I'm clueless on these things.
One Piece is a thing. It's yeah.
Oh no, we saw a lot of kids dressed up. Like I said, I don't know anything about it, but I've seen some of the characters before, and I saw a lot of people dressed up like that.
It's about pirates, and then it gets crazy.
Okay, all right.
The core of it is pirates, so that's all you need to know is One Piece is pirates.
I do have a lot of interesting Halloween observations this year though about the kids trick or treating. Number one,
all right,
I noticed kids don't say trick or treat anymore; they say Happy Halloween, which I don't know when that happened, but I just noticed that all the kids say Happy Halloween. Like nobody says trick or treat.
I mean, that could just be an evolution thing over time.
Maybe
that because things change. Like from stuff that we did as kids.
Yeah,
it does. It does change over time, and maybe
I have no problem with it. I'm not being like old man yells at cloud here. Like I'm just I thought it was an interesting thing,
but I feel like saying trick or treat also offers itself up to you're saying to the person I want either a trick or a treat, which could lead to trick, which. Trick can be a very positive or negative thing. So maybe, I don't know, that maybe people just change their thinking around it over time.
What would you guess the number one costume we saw, Trevor?
Oh, I know what it is.
You know what it is, right?
It's K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I mean,
I knew that. I knew it was going to be K-pop Demon Hunters everywhere. Actually, so sorry, just an aside. My brother actually sent me a picture of his Halloween pumpkins, because his daughters are very much into K-pop Demon Hunters, and it was he had two pumpkins. The bottom one was Derpy, and the top one was the magpie. So he had the Derpy cat with the magpie sitting on top as a Halloween pumpkin.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of that, but interestingly, Trevor, I saw a lot of kids. First of all, I saw a lot of kids that were trick or treating later than I remember trick or treating myself. You know what I mean? A lot of kids that maybe could drive already, were like over there trick or treating.
Older. Sorry, we said later. It's like were they out later? But no, like older kids were.
Yeah, I mean, I think I maybe stopped when I was like, I don't remember, but I was maybe 14.
Yeah, like end of junior high, going into high school, like grade 9, grade 10, kind of.
And even then, I felt awkward about it. You know what I mean? Like I felt weird about it. But yeah. So then the other thing, a lot of these kids were wearing costumes that were for things from like the early 2000s and 90s. And I was like, what's going on here? Like, have we hit 90s, early 2000 nostalgia for teenagers? Like, is that
are you, Tom, what's
going on here?
You're getting old. Yeah, it's happening.
But dude, there was a kid with a Napoleon Dynamite costume on. I'm like, dude, that movie is like, that was so long ago.
But it's the same way that like 80s nostalgia has been a thing for a while. Is 90s nostalgia is hitting now, and a lot of the stuff that Sorry, Tom, you're getting older.
No, I know this. I know this.
I'm just bracing you for this because I'm in the middle of this too. I'm a little bit ahead of you in that.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Sense, but it's funny when like things that you were like, this thing was really cool when I was younger, but you disassociate the fact that was like 25 years ago. And when you see somebody dress as it, like as a Halloween costume, which again, they probably have never seen it. They don't understand the context. It was just like, oh, this is like a cool 90s costume. Like they don't even understand what it is, right?
Even though Napoleon Dynamite, I think, was like, what, like early 2000s probably.
Yeah, it was like late 90s, early 2000s. It was like 2001.
But I was just surprised, like, because I was just surprised by that. I just didn't. And I mean, that wasn't.
I was wrong.
That wasn't the only one. There was one girl that was wearing a costume that was from like a Western. My dad was with me, and he recognized it. I was like, wait. There's a kid wearing an outfit from a movie that Like that's really old. Like that
does speak to the quality of the costumes nowadays too, is that you can get a lot more specific, like costumes and like cosplay, actually kind of talking to the, you were talking about the whole anime thing, like cosplay has become like a whole industry in and of itself. Yeah. And it does overlap obviously with Halloween costumes. So yeah, you're right that, you're starting to get more and more of these like costumes that like, when you were a kid, it was like, you're not getting like anything that looks like, besides like a weird plastic mask, you're not getting anything related to a character from a show. But now they do like, an entire like you said, like a Napoleon Dynamite or like a, very specific characters from a show is they're able to manufacture them a lot easier now. It's
and the funny thing was we asked the Napoleon Dynamite kid, we were like, hey, like, why are you wearing that? Like, he had
the Vote for Pedro shirt and everything.
Yeah, he had the Vote for Pedro shirt and he had the glasses. He didn't really do the hair though. I mean, it was kind of a lazy costume, if I'm being honest. It was just glasses, a t-shirt, and jeans. I mean, it wasn't like
it's not a hard costume. Like
it's not. It's not. But we asked the kid, and he was like, "Oh, my mom." And I was like, "Let me guess, your mom's a millennial, right?" Like, because it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, but there's a lot of things like this though, Trevor, too, because I remember too, our babysitters, for example, are, I think they're like juniors in college now, right? Like when we had, and they're twins. That's what I'm saying. That, in case you're wondering, they're twins that babysit for my kids, right? For my daughter. And I remember they were over here one time, and she had a Stitch backpack, right? It was a Stitch backpack, and I said, "Oh, like, do you really, is like like Stitch your favorite?" And she's like, "Oh no," she's like, "I've actually never even seen the movies. I just like the character." And I'm just like, how does that happen? Like it's an interesting thing to me of like, you like a character so much that you buy the backpack, but you don't watch the movie that it came from, like that is not how my brain works. Like,
but I have the 90s equivalent example for you, because I saw this the other day and I didn't think about it in this context, but it totally makes sense. I don't know if this was a thing for you, but where I grew up, people had the what is the name of the team? It was a basketball team, and their mascot was Hornets.
Oh, that's Charlotte. That's the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, everyone
Charlotte
had the
Hornets,
green. Yeah, that's here.
But it was like that like
that jacket. Yeah,
that teal blue jacket, right? And the thing is that people had that jacket that if you asked them, it was like, "Oh, do you like the Hornets?" And they were like,
"Who?
No, I don't watch basketball. It was just a cool jacket." Like they didn't care about like what it represented or anything. It was just an aesthetic. And that's what you're seeing, is it's the same kind of thing where, people don't identify or care about like the character. It's just a cool aesthetic.
Yeah, that's true.
And so to say like it's weird that people are doing that, it's been happening since we were kids. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. I saw a lot of astronauts this year, which I thought was interesting. But the thing that got me the most, Trevor, and I this might be a unique experience to me, maybe. I don't know this, but when I was a kid, when we, when trick-or-treating, we used our pillowcases for our candy. Like that's what we used.
because bags were hard to come by and pillowcases are easy. Yeah.
Nobody uses pillowcases anymore. Not a thing.
Because everyone has like custom bags that they buy. Like you buy like a Halloween bag.
That's like they had the reusable shopping bags. My daughter had a plastic pumpkin that like lit up. I saw some kids walking around with backpacks, and I'm like, why did I never think about that when I was a kid?
Oh, that is smart. We actually saw that when my son was younger. We saw that actually. That was a thing like 10 years ago, and there was that worked out great for us because there was a kid that showed up like towards the end of the night, and we were like, we gotta get rid of this candy. And he had the smaller bag, and then he had the backpack, and we were like, oh, backpack, is that full of candy? He's like, yeah. And we're like, okay, turn around, and we just dumped the bowl into his backpack, and he was like, sweet.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I don't know, that was my Halloween. We had a good time. We hung out, we watched Nightmare Before Christmas. I found out that my daughter likes Nightmare Before Christmas. We were with a bunch of friends, right? Like, so we did with some of my daughter's friends, like we're friendly, obviously, with their parents, and so we kind of did like a little party kind of thing, and we all went trick or treating together. There was literally 5 kids, and there was maybe 20 adults. Like it was ridiculous. Like we had a horde of people walking around, but it was but not 20, maybe it was 15 because we also had some friends there too that didn't have kids. So, but yeah, no, we had a great time. Halloween's always always a good time, and we had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was fun.
So our Halloween was a little bit different this year. So we didn't. So obviously, like we're past the whole like trick or treating thing. Like my son's almost an adult, so yeah, we're there's not even like the conversation of like, are you going out or whatever. But this year we this is something that we've done probably for the last 5 years. We kind of made it our own little tradition. Is we have like a mini Halloween party. So it's like we don't like invite other people over. It's just us as a family. And we actually use that night as, and anybody listening to this, you can disagree with this, but we don't hand out candy anymore. And the reasoning for it is that the street that we live on, it's very quiet. Like a lot of the kids that used to live here have all grown up, or they're all like my son's age or older. So it's not, like we tried handing out candy, and it was like, I'm not going to buy boxes of Halloween candy that I'm going to give out like a quarter of it and then be stuck with the rest of it for months afterwards. Because I don't like being stuck with
candy.
I try not to have a whole bunch of candy that I'm going to eat, because that's a bad idea. But funny enough, this year so we had our little Halloween party. We always find a scary game to play as a family. So this year it was we went for a game called Alone in the Dark. The name lends itself to scary. It's a series that anyone that's played it kind of knows. It's like Resident Evil, but not quite as, or it's not as well made as Resident Evil, but it's still fun. This one in particular, my wife wanted to play it because the main character in it is played by David Harbour, which if you know Stranger Things, he plays Hopper on Stranger Things, so he's the main character in this game, which it was a lot of fun. We sat down and we got, I think we finished off, we were on like the 4th chapter of the game, which, was, we played for probably about, 4 or 5 hours last night. And, so that was our Halloween, which was a lot quieter. And, but like I said, it was still fun. It was a good, like I said, I think the thing about Halloween is, like any other holiday, it's just good to have traditions, or good to have things that you do with people that you want to hang out with, whether it's friends or family or whatever. Like that's that's, it's all good all around. And actually, the last thing was we did have Halloween candy on hand, but my wife made some choices this year. We had a good laugh about this because she went to the dollar store and she just bought a bunch of candy bars from the dollar store, but she didn't go for, or like there was like the normal ones, like we had some Kit Kats and some like Coffee Crisp and like some of the normal ones that you can get, but then she found like some of the like off-brand ones that are not.
When you said Kit Kat, I was just imagining in my head that was like Kit Kat spelled with like a C. Like I was like, we have. What are you talking about? We have Kit Kats. They're Kit Kats.
No, the Kit Kats were legit, but there were some other ones. I can't even. There was one called like a Titan, which it was like it was like a Snickers, but it had like peanuts in it and stuff.
Okay,
But then there was this other one that we tried, and we all agreed it was like awful. It had like this weird like marshmallow filling in it, and that was actually the fun. Maybe that was more the trick or treat part of it, was that, we had a good laugh about it, because it was like, my wife bought these things. She's like, I just thought we'd try something different, but it was like trying these different candy bars was either like, that was the trick or treat part of it, was like, you might get a good one, or you might get something that's like, oh no, like this is, why would you make this kind of thing? So we had fun with that last night as we were playing video games and trying off-brand candy that I would never try on a regular day. So
my gosh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so something to think about for Halloween is you don't have to necessarily do the normal thing with everybody else, because Halloween's weird anyway, right?
exactly. So it sounds like you guys had a fun Halloween too, just like we did.
Yeah.
I mean, different Halloween, but different. I mean, but it was different in a good way, right? Like,
I firmly believe that, everybody, like, you can talk about like, like I said, regular or, there are, trick-or-treating with your kids and everything is great. But, as time goes on, you can change it up. You can do different things. And, I know like with our family, we also know that we're going to hit a point where, our son's going to be off with his friends doing stuff. It's just, right now it hasn't quite hit that point. Like I know he is in high school, but like none of his friends are doing like parties or anything yet. So, we'll see how that goes. As time goes on, that'll change too. But, this is what we do right now for Halloween is just, we find it as a good time to have a good scary game session and eat weird candy that people shouldn't buy.
Yeah. I know what candy you're talking about because I bought that candy before. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's like the
chocolate is like off. Yeah, it just
like nothing about it is right. Like it's just it was. Like I said, we all tried and we were just like, oh yeah, no, like what is this?
I bought I don't think anybody's even familiar with this outside of like the Northeast, but growing up I used to drink Yoo-Hoo a lot. Do you know Yoo-Hoo?
Oh yeah, I know Yoo-Hoo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we get Yoo-Hoo. Yeah.
Which Yoo-Hoo is not. It's by the way, they have to call it a chocolate drink because it's not chocolate milk.
It's chocolate drink.
It's chocolate drink. Yeah. But I was at the store one time and I saw a Yoo-Hoo candy bar, and I was like, this is awesome. I have to try this, right? And then when I got home, I looked at the back and I'm looking at the chocolate company and I was like, oh no, I know this chocolate company. They make terrible chocolate. Like this is, it's going to taste like half like plastic. And sure enough, I tasted it. I was like, oh God, this is awful. Like I couldn't even eat it. And I was so bummed because I was like, I love Yoo-Hoo. And I mean, it kind of tasted like Yoo-Hoo, but it's just like the consistency of it. Oh, it's just terrible. I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Like you said, there's like good chocolate, especially like at Halloween candy. It's like, like, I mean, it's the same thing like when you were a kid, like, you pick through and you eat all the good candy bars and then there's all like the bad ones that are left that either get thrown out or you're desperate for candy. So you try them anyway. But that was kind of what we had for like, it was definitely in that realm. Like it was the questionable, I guess this is candy kind of thing.
This is kind of candy, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really want to eat it, but speaking of candy, anyway. Not really. Yeah. So I don't know. We actually haven't talked about this, but one of those fixtures of like Tomorrowland for a long time at Disney World has been the cool ship, right? Yeah. It was very cool, but it got torn down, and we never even talked about the fact that it got torn down. It's gone. Cool ship is just gone. This is a bummer.
So Cool Ship was the Cool Ship was over by Speedway, right?
Yeah. It had that like it had that big red ship on top of it. And I don't think I've ever even actually bought anything there. Like I don't think I've ever stopped at the Cool Ship. Never.
Yeah, I think that's the problem is that like it was one of these things, like you said, that there's a lot of places that like you see it there, but it's like, oh yeah, there's a place, but you never like. I'm never like, oh, I need to stop at every snack kiosk, right? But so Cool Ship unfortunately went away, but there is a new snack kiosk in there now.
Yeah, they tore it down. They built a new thing. It doesn't have the Cool Ship on it anymore. Get it? But
it's not quite as cool. But
it has pretty much the same stuff, though. I mean, like it used to have drinks and churros, and now we have this place is called AstroFizz, and it also has drinks and churros. So,
I wonder because I thought Cool Ship had like a Coca-Cola sponsorship.
Yeah,
thing.
I think it did. Yeah.
So that's probably why it went away, was that they wanted to like get rid of anything related to the sponsorship like that. Again, I don't know what the agreement was around it, that they may have had something with the ship and whatever, that it was like a Coke logo thing.
I don't see any Coke sponsorship on it now that I'm looking at it, but
on the old one. Yeah. I mean, but again, and they may have taken it as an opportunity. Yeah. I have to say AstroFizz, it kind of looks out of place in Tomorrowland.
Listen, the cool ship kind of looked out of place too, but
yeah, but it's out of place in that it looks more updated than the rest of Tomorrowland.
Well, see, that's why I think that's why they tore the cool ship down, because the cool ship was like the 90s version of Tomorrowland. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it,
yeah.
And to me, like that was like, okay, well, we need to update that. And now it's like you're right. The new one is like
too updated.
Yeah, now it's too modern. Yeah, I mean, but whatever, it's fine. It's a snack stand, but they do have a new menu. They've got some Fanta frozen slushies and Coca-Cola frozen slushies, but they also have a cherry cola churro. So, which listen, I really like cherry Coke. I like cherry Coke, but churro rolled in cherry sugar, drizzled with Coca-Cola cherry icing, and topped with cherry popping candies. I would eat that. That sounds pretty good.
A lot of cherry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not real cherries is the thing. It's that like cherry
that artificial
flavoring.
cherry.
Like you said, like cherry syrup kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
I like that though. It tastes like cough syrup. I love that taste. Yeah. I was never the kid that was like, oh, cough syrup. I'm like, yeah, give me the cough syrup. This stuff tastes good.
I always went for the orange flavored cough syrup, not the cherry.
Yeah. See, I like I like grape. I prefer the grape. I'll deal with the
grape
cherry.
Is okay.
Yeah, I like the grape. But yeah, really, that's it. I just wanted to mention it because I was like, I forgot. We just never talked about the fact that Cool Ship just went away, but now we have a new place called AstroFizz, and
maybe that's also a sign of, like I said, the fact that it's being updated. We've talked about for a long time that Tomorrowland is in need of some updating. Maybe that's a sign of things to come, because there is also, they're redoing Buzz Lightyear and all that. Maybe you're going to see some aesthetic changes around Tomorrowland that follow with this.
Well, we also all know about the Tomorrowland problem, right? So
yes, exactly.
Never a problem that's going to be fixed. But but yeah, no, it's good. It
does need renos from time to time, and like I said, maybe this is leading into, we're gonna, like I said, if it gets out of like 90s era Tomorrowland, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I agree. Now, here's another interesting thing about the cool ship or the former cool ship about AstroFizz. This is also where you're going to be able to get this really cool Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party popcorn bucket, which we actually just talked about on the Food Time episode that we just recorded, which will be hopefully
Tom's
out this week.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah,
what do you mean breaking the fourth wall?
Because nobody knows that we talked about this before this episode.
Yeah, we talked about it already. But listen, we talked about it already, but we know not everybody listens to Food Time, so let's talk about it here too. But listen, if you love Food Time, we're going to have a new episode with all the holiday menus coming hopefully this week. So hopefully on Thursday this week, we will get that out, depending on lots
on
of
schedules and all that.
Yeah. But I'm hopeful to get it out by then. And we got lots of fun stuff in the holiday episode. As you know, we got the song going on. We got some other things. You'll see. But anyway, so this popcorn bucket's awesome. This is just for the Christmas party. And again, you can get it at AstroFizz. So that's where it's going to be, and it will open obviously in time for the party. But it might be other places too. They haven't really said, but we just know for sure that it's going to be there. But this bucket was first revealed at D23, which I don't actually remember being revealed at D23.
I don't remember seeing this either. And it is a very cool bucket, because it so the aesthetic is, it looks like, it's an old fashioned truck that Mickey's driving. Goofy's in the back trying to hold on to a Christmas tree, which Chip and Dale are in. And it looks like Dale is whipping a pine cone at Goofy, or it looks like he's about to throw it at him. But
I have a whole scene in my head of him like whipping it at Mickey's head, and then Mickey loses control of the truck, and
I'm thinking to that like House of Mouse era, Christmas specials. I see I can see it in my head.
Does this light up?
I would assume
it does. I think it does, right?
I guess the question would be, what lights up on it? Is it just
probably the Christmas lights, I would think.
The Christmas lights, or the headlights on the truck?
Oh yeah, both. Yeah, both.
Yeah.
By the way, so this is also going to be available. They're selling this on certain Disney Cruise Line ships, as well as Alani and at Disneyland too. So this is all over the place.
It's everywhere. But it's kind of weird that they're highlighting it as being just at Very Merry Christmas Party, when there's lots of places you're going to be able to get this.
Yeah, I'm assuming the popcorn bucket part is the hood.
Yeah, it looks like the hood opens up and you get your popcorn out of the.
But that's not a lot of space for popcorn unless it fills the entirety of the truck.
I mean, okay, you're not buying these popcorn buckets because they're efficient on space. Let's be honest.
Speak for yourself, Trevor.
If you are, you're not buying this particular one. You're buying one of these standard round ones if you want more popcorn.
I'll tell you, when I bought the Skyliner one, that one held a lot of popcorn. I was with you when I bought that one, actually. That thing held a ton of popcorn. Yeah. But
so yeah, I guess yeah, for anyone listening to this, there are lots of ways to get this. So, don't feel like you got to go and get one. Don't. I hate the one thing I love and hate about these is, they're super popular, that, they're in demand, but then it always leads to like those, people trying to resell them.
Oh, I guarantee they'll be all over the eBay.
Yeah. And I'm just I just want to put it out there for people that, there's lots of places you can get these, so you shouldn't have to buy one on eBay. So, yeah.
This next item I had to put out here, even though it's not really parks, it kind of is, right? I guess, but
it is. This is like Disney Cruise Line, isn't it?
It is, but it's still parks because it has to do with the Haunted Mansion. So, we actually saw somebody getting married on the Treasure when we were on the Treasure. We saw the wedding happening in the Grand Hall. And all I could say to my wife was, I can't imagine how expensive that wedding is. You know what I mean? Because it probably costs a fortune. But, regardless, one of the new places that they're going to allow people to get married is in the Haunted Mansion Parlor, specifically on the new Disney Destiny, seemingly not on the Treasure for whatever reason. But they're going to have the Haunted Mansion Parlor as a wedding venue, which I think is kind of awesome. I mean...
yeah, and I see why they don't have it on both, because they're probably going to test how
it goes,
how big of a demand there will be for this. Because you're right, it's a very cool place for a wedding venue, but I feel like it's not everybody wants Haunted Mansion aesthetic for their wedding.
No, it's a choice, right? But there are certainly people that are gonna want it. Like, I honestly, if my wife and I were going to do a small thing and we are going to, spend a bunch of money on it, like, I could see her and I doing this, and not because it's got like this goth emo thing going on. It's more just because we love the Haunted Mansion, but the interesting thing here though is this is a really small lounge. Like if you went in it, Trevor, it's super small. And so it actually even just says in here, it can only accommodate 25 guests, including the couple, which actually seems like too many.
Very small wedding. Yeah.
Yes. Extremely small. So, but they do have a package, and it has the officiant and floral arrangements. And listen, I'm not going to lie. If I'm doing this, I kind of want the officiant to be like one of the hitchhiking ghosts, like,
or like have the like the ghost host type aesthetic, or like
that'd be cool, right?
The cast members in in Haunted Mansion.
What about like the bride? What about the bride? Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you can't have the officiant be the bride. That would
no. I mean, the bride from the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, okay, but like as the officiant?
Yes.
No, that would be
weird.
No,
that's why. No, you're already in the Haunted Mansion. Listen, you're already in the Haunted Mansion lounge. Why don't you do that?
But then you have the bride being officiant for a bride. Like, that doesn't work. That's breaking my brain right now.
How great would that be? I forgot her name for a second. It's Constance Hashaway, right? So yeah. I mean, come on, like, she's had all these husbands that I think that's like amazing. I would love that.
Yeah. I don't know. They do touch on because the parlor is like the sea captain. I think the sea captain, would be interesting. That'd be cool. Efficient. I also have to say the floral arrangements that they have on the picture here are insane.
Kind of
like
awesome.
Like these like black roses with different colors worked in. Like that's that is definitely matches the aesthetic. I've never seen black floral arrangements for a wedding before, and you're right, this would be a very cool, memorable specific wedding. And the only thing that is unfortunate about it, I guess probably like you, my family, I could not fit 25, or I could not just have 25 people. Like when we had our wedding, I think we ended up, there was over 100 people at our wedding.
I think there were like 200 people at my wedding. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you end up inviting cousins and, all kinds of people. So yeah, it would, and I get why, this can't be a huge venue for it, but if you're looking for an intimate wedding, it's a cool idea. I don't disagree with you that it's a cool idea. I just don't know how many people are actually going to take advantage of this, right?
I think you'd be surprised, man.
Honestly, I guess we'll see. Hopefully we do see some some people who do post like, wedding photos and stuff. I would be curious to see what the stuff looks like outside of like Disney is kind of showing their version of it here in these advertisement photos, but I would be curious to see, people that actually do use this as a venue.
I decided just, for pure morbid curiosity to see if the pricing of this was on the Disney wedding website already. And it is. It starts at $6,000, which is actually less than I thought it would be.
That is not bad.
No, because that includes
for something like this, that is not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, because that includes, includes the coordinator, the flowers, the officiant and the musician, cake and champagne celebration, a meal for the couple at Apollo, which is the nice restaurant. Yeah, so I mean, we'll do all your wedding attire and stuff, and then they also give you $100 onboard stateroom credit. Look at that, that's fun.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean that doesn't feel that bad now. Given there's gonna be a per guest cost there, I'm sure. But
yeah, because this is not like you do have to factor in that this is everybody is having to pay for cruise as well.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of money there for the cruise. So. But the if the venue and everything was crazy expensive, that wouldn't there wouldn't be a lot of people wanting to do this. But I feel like if you were already like planning a cruise and this an extra 6,000 on top doesn't seem too far out of reach, right? So,
but it is starting at, right? So like, who knows what the per guest charge is, right? Like,
or what kind of extras that, yeah. So some things will probably be extras. So
yeah, no, it definitely costs more than that. But it's less than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I thought you were going to be way up there because like the stuff if you want to do stuff at Magic Kingdom, it can be a lot more expensive than that. So
yeah.
But anyway, so I just had to pull that up. But I thought that was interesting and kind of neat. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is it's still in the Halloween vein. We're on the cusp between Halloween and Christmas. I think it's fair play to kind of bounce back and forth right now.
yeah, exactly. I agree. All right, so why don't we go ahead and do our ad, and then we'll continue here and go from there. Talk about some other stuff. There's not a lot this week. It's a quiet week, which is fine. All right, so the sponsor of this episode is DVC Resale Market. DVC Resale Market, a World of DVC company, is the leader in the DVC resale industry with 13 former Disney Vacation Club guides and 3 former Disney Vacation Club quality assurance managers. If you're thinking of buying DVC, browse the largest selection of DVC resale listings anywhere, with DVC experts on hand 7 days a week to answer your questions. If you're thinking of selling, turn to the friendly professionals at DVC Resale Market, where over 98% of listings sell within 30 days. In 2024, DVC Resale Market helped over 4,400 families join or add on to their memberships. Go to dvcresalemarket.com/welcome home or call 1-844-DVC-PROS. That's 1-844-382-7767. And when you speak to them, be sure to let them know that Welcome Home sent you. All right, Trevor. So okay. I was looking at these because we're doing the party, right? And so I was like, we're gonna do matching PJs for the party. Like, are we doing this?
You're doing PJs at the party.
Well, it was I was asking the question. Are we gonna do the matching? Because I also I don't. And you can tell me if I'm wrong here, Trevor. How many people actually wear matching PJs to the thing? Right? Like, I
mean, I'm trying to think back to when we were there. I don't know. Or I guess. For us, it's a no because it's still really hot at night.
Yeah.
For us, it was really hot. So we were just in shorts and t-shirts anyway. I mean, I've seen people do wear a lot of very Christmassy stuff, and there's a range of it. Like PJs would not be outside the realm of stuff you would see at the parties.
I just don't want to do it and be like the only family doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I mean, yeah, it's like the other thing too is like I guess I look at pajamas as there's something fine for at home when you're lounging around. I don't know that I would be wanting to run around a theme park in my pajamas. Like I don't think it would be as comfortable as you think it is.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. Yeah. I mean, listen, I just for Halloween, I walked around in my Sully onesie, and that's not all that far off from pajama. I mean, it's a Sully onesie, and it's comfortable. It's not terrible, but to your point, I mean, it was pretty cold here actually, and I was getting pretty toasty,
Yeah, yeah, and because you're doing a lot of walking, but like I said, the thing is that there are people that wear pajamas. You would not be the only one. People do wear pajamas to the Christmas party the same way as like it's no different than wearing matching shirts and stuff like that. Like it's totally fair play if you want to do that.
I think we're rolling with the matching shirts. I think that's what we ended up deciding on that we were doing. But listen, there's some cool stuff here. I like these. There's there's this print that has like I think this is Christmas lights right on this first one, and then there's some with just some of the characters on it, and Mickey's floating around on a lot of them, obviously. There's what is this Disney cookie party? Oh, okay. So this one is all cookies and desserts on it. See, that's what I would, if I was going to wear one to the party, that's what I would wear, right? One with all the treats on it, I feel like that's a good option.
Yeah. That definitely those ones look okay. There is also, looks like there's some Stitch ones as well. If you wanted to.
There's got to be Stitch everything, right? So
yeah.
I didn't see that many Stitches walking around for Halloween. I didn't see that many Stitches. Yeah. I was surprised actually.
Yeah, it's because K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I still saw some. I mean, I just didn't see a lot. I just didn't see as many as I thought. It's the timing of it.
Stitch came out before K-pop Demon Hunters, so it kind of it got overshadowed. So
that's true. That's fair.
Yeah, you could do Stitch pajamas. You could do there's
Star Wars too. Yeah.
Star Wars ones are kind of interesting.
Like, because there's one that has a snowball fight between stormtroopers and Yoda.
Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
I can't see it in detail. I feel like the stormtroopers have to always be like missing the target.
And the snowballs are not getting anywhere near them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty funny, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. That would be a great detail if that's the case on it. There is also these lightning, or are these lightning or these Pixar? It says Pixar. Okay, it's got a bunch of Pixar characters. I just happen to notice Lightning McQueen and Mater on the front of it.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different ones, but these are for like little kids though.
I thought these were all like because there's a whole family wearing them.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. There's adult ones too. Yeah, sorry, there's adult ones too. My bad. But there's more Star Wars ones too. They actually have quite a bit of Star Wars ones. They have.
Oh yeah. I'm going further down here. Are these droids or just? Looks like Chewie's on there as well, and Vader.
Chewie's on there, Darth's on there, R2D2. I mean, like they're all on there. Yeah, these are neat. I'm not against the matching pajama concept. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm cool with it. Like,
I mean, you know what I would say is I would go so far. Like, I mean, for wearing pajamas, like a t-shirt with pajama bottoms. I would do. I wouldn't do the like pajama tops where it's like the long sleeves and everything. That to me feels like too much.
Yeah.
I know like people say, but pajamas are breathable, whatever. I don't wear like I wear a t-shirt to bed because pajamas are just too hot. Like it's
I agree. Yeah.
Or I'll pajama bottoms and a t-shirt is fine because the top is just too hot and I can't imagine walking around Magic Kingdom like that. Like I would be sweating before I even got down Main Street, and that's not good.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. So, anything else on this, or should we move to this last topic for the day here?
Yeah, I think it's good. This is gonna be one of our shorter episodes for sure.
That's fine.
But hey, you're getting food time this week, so
yeah, you are. And food time was pretty long. I'm not gonna lie. But Trevor, Disneyland is doing the thing again. Which I'm still amazed by that they're doing this, but they're bringing Deadpool back for the holidays. They're doing story time. with they're doing the story time with Deadpool Holiday Special.
Mm-hmm.
Which, listen, I know, of course they are, but I still can't believe they did this in the first place. Like, it kind of amazes me that they actually decided to do this.
It shows how well received Deadpool was, and the fact that, you know, if it wasn't pushed to have, if Ryan Reynolds did push to have that movie made, we wouldn't have any of this.
No, I agree with you, but I mean, it's funny because I, for whatever reason, just randomly decided to watch Deadpool and Wolverine again last night because it is a really good movie. I mean, it's so dirty. I mean, I am not offended by anything. Like, I, don't mind these dirty things, but like, it's over the top dirty, and it's great. But it's just funny to me I almost feel like it would like fit in so much better just like at Universal. Like Universal, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, that's okay. It's at Universal. But at Disneyland.
It's a very weird disconnect. I think you're right. Because you think about it, like, Deadpool is like crazier, but that's at Disneyland. But then at Universal, they have the Grinch, which the Grinch is still like, he has that same kind of funny vibe about him and does like crazy stuff. But technically, the Grinch is more tame than Deadpool.
A million times more tame than Deadpool. I mean, like, like so you can't even, it's not even the same universe, I feel like, of tameness. But listen, that being said, Trevor, I love it. I love that they're doing this. It makes me really happy, and I think it's great. And there were here's the other part about it. Disney's not stupid, right? Like, they understand that they're like, how many of those things went viral with Deadpool last time they did this? Where they had Deadpool there when they were promoting the movie, and they had, I think they also had Wolverine with him too. And like, there were like all kinds of funny interactions where he said things that were really close to the line, and they ended up on, all over the internet, and Disney knows this, and they love that kind of stuff. They love that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's really why they're doing it more than anything, I think. But, it's also extraordinarily valuable property to them. It's just a shame that they can't do these things at Disney World. And it continues to make me angry, but it is what it is. But anyway, as far as other characters though, too, November 14th, it starts through January 7th. So of course you're going to have Santa Claus, right?
Yeah. Which, at Disneyland, so unlike Disney World, it looks like he's going to be kind of all over the place.
Yeah, well, that is how Santa is, right? He's all over the place.
But they specifically say he's going to make stops around Disneyland Resort. So he's not going to be just in any one place. He's also going to be over in California Adventure at Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, which is kind of an interesting place for that. It's like a kid's playground, and Santa's going to show up there. That's cool.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
And then he's going to be at the hotels as well. The hotels will be later though, it looks like, from November 27th to December 24th, he'll be at he'll be appearing at all three Disney hotels. So Disneyland, Pixar Place, and the Grand California.
Okay, nice. Well, so, they're going to have on Buena Vista Street, the Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Clarabelle. They also, Mater over at Cars Land is going to have a giant Santa hat, because of course, right? And then also at Grizzly Peak, there's going to be Carl, Russell, and Doug, which I don't associate with Christmas, but whatever, it's cool.
But they can still have a Christmas get up for them. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
And then, they start to go into the Deadpool thing here too, where, they're going to have special seasonal stories. And obviously it's going to be at Avengers Campus, but it says this limited time entertainment offering celebrates the season the way only Deadpool can. At select performances, Wolverine may also stop by. So there you go.
That's a little rough, just because the interaction between them is always funny.
It's hilarious. Yeah,
but the hard part is obviously they don't have. Or they're not committing to that it'll always be Deadpool and Wolverine. So
yeah, exactly.
So I guess brace yourself that you may not get to see Wolverine if that's what you're looking for as part of that holiday special.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if you do see it, that'll be great, and that's going to make also again social media is going to blow up for that kind of stuff because it's great. But also over at California Adventure, Festival of the Holidays, they're also going to do Mickey, Minnie, Joy, Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, Frozone, Woody, Jesse, Bo Peep, all of them over there, right? So that's great. And there's also this Maribel's Gift of the Season, which is a street performance they had last year. and where they perform some of the songs from Encanto with a bunch of the characters. So that's pretty cool. You also have this musical Christmas with Miguel from Coco. So they're got the mariachi thing going on.
Yeah, I do love the mariachi thing. Is very cool for the like the Christmas stuff that they do with that. It's super fun to watch.
Yeah, that's that.
Because they have all the dance. Like it's not just Coco. Like they have like the dancers and everything as well, which is very fun.
They also I'm looking at these outfits that Mickey and Minnie are rocking for these festive outfits they're gonna have. They don't even say where, but these outfits are crazy.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, they're like over the top Christmas. Like they're really Christmassy.
I don't know. I feel like that's pretty par for the course in California Adventure.
Yeah, but, I guess. Yeah.
you need to go to California Adventure. Tom.
But it's not even that. Like it's just that it's very. It's just very over the top Christmassy. I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I like it. But then of course they got the parades and everything going on. So
Viva Navidad as well. We didn't mention that, but so
no.
So instead of the Mirabelle thing there and Coco, there is Viva Navidad is again they have the three caballeros and Mickey and Minnie and all that are in it as well. So
I thought we'd seen these costumes before. They revealed these back in July. Okay, I thought they looked familiar to me.
Some of them are, yeah.
The Mickey and Minnie one I just said was crazy. They revealed that back in July.
Oh,
yeah.
Which one? There's like 5 different pictures of Mickey and Minnie.
The really shiny ones.
Oh, the red like Christmas wrapping looking ones.
Yes,
yeah,
that one. Yeah. So anyway, I really just wanted to talk about this because they're bringing Deadpool back. This is the only reason I wanted to talk about it, honestly, because the rest of the stuff is pretty much par for the course for any Disney park for the holidays. But we had to talk about the fact that Deadpool is coming back. That's crazy.
I don't like the fact that you're skipping over Chip and Dale at the Disneyland hotel. Because
I'm sorry you don't like that fact, but I did.
They're in reindeer onesies. Like, why would you not talk?
We talked about this in July.
In July, we talked about this.
Yeah, they did a whole release of a bunch of this in July, and I forgot until just now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we shouldn't. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, you're right. Because I'm seeing the Christmas Carol. Mickey and Goofy and Clarabelle and all that.
Yeah. We talked. Remember, we talked about this back in July.
Right. I'm remembering this now.
I don't know. Were they just doing like a Christmas in July thing when they put this out? I don't know why. I think at the time we made fun of the fact that it was July and they were releasing all this, but whatever.
Yeah. There's definitely a timing aspect to that.
But regardless, listen, we wanted to talk about it for the Deadpool thing, and we can end here. I mean, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, for everyone listening, happy Halloween, even though we're past Halloween, and brace yourselves. Christmas is coming.
Christmas has already arrived, my friend. It's already here.
I'm scared. I will say this on the show because my wife won't hear this until like a week later, but we'll probably have the Christmas tree up by then. She's had this, like, she keeps hinting at, November 1st we're putting up the Christmas tree, right? And I'm like, I don't want to start that early, but we'll probably get it up here in the next couple of weeks, and Christmas, there's some people that could have Christmas all year round. I'm just not one of those people. Like, I'm fine with it being just at Christmas time. But my wife wants, if she had her way about it, we'd have the Christmas tree up all the time. so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But hey, at least for the show, if you want to share your Christmas stuff or Halloween stuff, or just any questions, anything that you want to fire at us, you can always send it to our email address at welcomehomepodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you guys, and similarly, we are also on social media, so you can find us on Facebook as Welcome Home Podcast. You can find us on YouTube as Welcome Home Podcast. You can find us on Instagram as Welcome Home Pics. Make sure on Facebook you check out our group Welcome Home Disney Waitlist, where we talk about all kinds of stuff from the show and just have great conversations around Disney stuff. And if you want to help support the show, you can go to store.welcomehomepodcast.co. You can check out our different merch there. Maybe if you're needing some shirts for an upcoming trip, pair them with your pajamas if you're going to the Christmas party, and Welcome Home podcast shirt and
I like that.
Pajamas. Maybe you need to do that, Tom.
I probably should do that, right?
Yeah, that might work. Check out our store if you're looking for some merch. Similarly, we also have a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/welcomehomepod. Check out our different levels of Patreon support, and Patreon supporters have the merch over there. It has an exclusive logo that you can get on Patreon, and all of our Patreon supporters get access to the Discord server, which is yet another place that we have conversations about the show. You get sometimes sneak previews of stuff that we're working on, or just conversations outside of the stuff on other social media. It's a little more of an intimate conversation on Discord.
Yeah.
So, please check that out if you want to, or check out our Patreon if you want to see what's going on there. Last but not least, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or anywhere that you can leave us a 5-star review, please do so. Just helps us get the show out to more people. And you can always write us a review on iTunes and let us know what you think about the show.
Yeah, and of course, also don't forget to subscribe to Welcome Home Podcast so you can be reminded every time we release a new episode. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube Music, just about any podcast app that's out there. You can find us. Just look for the thing that says Welcome Home, and the one that's the Disney one, right? That's us. So, but if you're hearing this, you already know this. You just we're just giving you your options. Maybe you don't like you listening, using your old podcast app. You can find a new one because we're everywhere. So anyway. Huge thank you to DVC Resale Market for sponsoring this episode, and of course World of DVC for sponsoring our show and just being generally awesome partners. So please check them out for any DVC needs that you might have, rental, buying, financing. You can buy tickets from them too now. They do everything. So anyway, check them out for any of your Disney needs. They're a one-stop shop. So join us next time for more Disney Parks discussion. Of course, more DVC talk. We hope to see you all real soon.
Albert Awol, the voice of the jungle, signing off from Welcome Home Podcast on the DVC. To a house when we had a child, how she can cuddle is no man's affair. I look around for all the holes, found her in her sugar bowl. Hey, look out, hey!